Alright guys, what is going on? Jake here. So as you can see, it is dark again, which means we need to do our little lens video that I promised you guys last time. Let's see. This lighting is not cool enough. Let's make this just about, 10 times more epic. If we are going to do a lens video, then we probably need some lenses as well. Let's grab these little bad boys. There it is. There's my other lens. Uploading a whole bunch of footage right now to the little home cloud. Not going to tell you guys what I'm uploading. So we're filming, of course, during the day right now, or I guess during the week is what I meant to say. We're filming during the week. And, that means, well, where's my weekend vlog, Jake? Where's my weekend video? I filmed a whole bunch of stuff this weekend, but I've got big plans for it. Leaving you hanging so that you'll come back for more, because that's what we all like to do on YouTube. Check it out when it comes out. I'll let you guys know. More to come in about a week on that stuff. So, stay tuned for that. Let's roll some lens B-roll.
Trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. For the record,
Yo guys, what is going on? Jake here. So today we are talking about my all-time favorite lens and lenses. We're kind of just going to talk about lenses in general, but today we're talking the Panasonic 12-35. Hope that was a dramatic enough introduction for the lens, because I'm going to be honest with you guys, I love this lens. And I should love this lens because depending on where you find it, it can be anywhere from $700 to $1,000, just depending on where you can find it. But anyway, why do I love this lens so much? What's so great about it? And why did I buy it in the first place when, as you guys saw, I have other lenses, including the 50mm that I am shooting on right now, which is a prime lens. This lens can zoom. Prime lenses can't zoom. They don't have any of the adjustable zoom. They are locked off at a specific range, kind of like your phone. So, anyway, let's roll the intro and let's talk about the Panasonic 12-35.
I've been a real bad boy on the town all night. Starting to calm down with the morning light. I'm in the bed.
Okay guys, so let's talk this lens. One thing that I want to kind of get out of the way really quick is on this channel I have kind of some check boxes, some priorities of things that I find important as a video maker. One of them being ease of use and the ability to, as quickly as possible and efficiently as possible, get lots of shots, get lots of data for me to edit in the future. That's kind of, as someone who basically loves to shoot outdoors, loves to make videos that are outside, travel films, and really just kind of a run and gun one-man show with Carly's help here and there, having the tools that can allow me to better fulfill that sort of range of ease of use and high quality is essentially what I'm always searching for. What can help me shoot video faster and better, but what is also a nice blend of high quality result. I shoot Panasonic, which is why this lens, this 12-35, is my favorite lens. Let's talk about that and why I love this lens so much. So guys, when I first started, I shot pretty much strictly primes. And again, prime lenses are lenses that cannot zoom. They are locked off at a specific focal length and can't change how much zoom they have. They're like your cell phone. They're just one constant framing and you can't basically change the zoom or the look of that shot. And when I first started out, I had a kind of wide angle 30mm prime. I had my 85 like ultra awesome bokeh prime, and then I have my 50mm prime, which is what I'm shooting on right now, so that I can have this lens in my hand. Otherwise I would be shooting on this lens. For photography, I still love shooting with my primes. Because they are prime lenses, they have really wide apertures. Real quick, the smaller the f value, the aperture value, the wider they can open up, and therefore the greater the bokeh, the greater the blur on the background of your subjects. Prime lenses are king at getting awesome, creamy bokeh backgrounds. Zoom lenses historically have not been able to achieve the same result as prime lenses. Being someone that is a run and gun shooter, this lens kind of meets in the middle, and we're going to talk about that. First and foremost, let's talk about ease of use and why I use this lens. Guys, this lens essentially covers my 3 prime lenses. It starts at 12mm, which is a little bit wider than my 15mm prime. And remember, for micro four thirds, which is what I shoot, Panasonic, you gotta basically double that focal length. So 12mm is actually about 24mm full frame. And then it goes all the way up to 35mm, which is basically 70mm full frame. So right out of the gates, that is like one of the basic main reasons why I love this lens. It covers essentially all of the ranges of my prime lenses, and I don't have to take it off to swap focal lengths. I can just adjust the dial, and next thing you know, I go from 70mm nice and zoomed in, really tight portrait type shot, all the way down to a 12mm, which you can totally vlog with, definitely vloggable. So first and foremost, ease of use. Having this zoom lens and the ability to change my zoom, zoom in, zoom out, get like a vlogging type shot or a nice wide shot, and then crop in for kind of those details, those awesome little bokeh filled, you know, B-roll type shots is essentially, oh no. Alright guys, so right out of the gates, that is the main reason why I use this lens, is because I don't have to swap lenses. I was changing my prime lenses all the time, and so I went and bought this lens so that when I was out shooting, I pretty much had all of my focal ranges covered, and I didn't have to swap lenses. Swapping lenses takes time, and as I've talked about, it's kind of a high priority of mine to have a lot of different variety of my shots, and the faster I can shoot it, the easier I can shoot it, the better. So first and foremost, zoom is a huge plus on this lens. Okay, the second main reason that I love this lens is optical image stabilization. Now, for those of you who don't know, I shoot with the Panasonic G9. It is notoriously awesome at having incredible IBIS, or in-body image stabilization, which means that the image, like the actual sensor shift inside the camera, is incredible. Add a lens with optical image stabilization, and I mean, this camera can just, it is so good handheld. And again, for a video maker that doesn't like a lot of fiddliness, having the ability to not necessarily have to have a gimbal and be able to shoot handheld quite a bit of the time is a big plus for me. All right guys, and the big third reason why I love this camera is the actual aperture value on this camera. So before I had this lens, I did have another zoom lens that came with my Panasonic G7. Great little lens, great kit lens, but I actually sold that lens with my G7, so I no longer have it, and replaced it with this one. That lens had an aperture value of I think 3.5 to somewhere in the ballpark of 5.6, something like that. And my prime lenses had an aperture of 1.7. And again, like we talked about earlier, smaller the aperture, the bigger the bokeh, the bigger it opens up, really. This lens is f2.8 the whole way through. So from 12mm all the way up to 35mm, this lens has a constant f.2 aperture, which means that a lot of times when I zoom in, when I actually use the zoom feature on this lens, especially at about the 25/50mm mark, this lens can almost imitate a prime lens in terms of bokeh. If you guys have watched any of my videos, basically any of like the past, I don't know, 10, 20 videos, I'm trying to remember exactly when I got this lens, you'd notice there's still a ton of B-roll with a lot of that creamy bokeh washed out background. I shoot almost 100% of my videos with this lens now, and I've pretty much converted to having my prime lenses be only for photography. So if you've seen it on this channel within the last couple of videos, And if you've watched my like Get a Real Job little short film, I'll put the link right here. That was almost 100% shot on this lens, minus maybe 2 or 3 GoPro shots made it in, because I really wanted to kind of get that GoPro look for like 2 shots. Otherwise, the entire video was filmed on this lens, and the bokeh is really nice. That shallow depth of field, same thing. Just looks really, really good on this lens. Is it as good as my prime lenses? Of course not, but it's close enough to there that I felt all of the other benefits of this lens overpowered it video-wise than my prime lenses. Feels like we've been talking a whole bunch. I need to end this video stat. Okay guys, so like I said, those are my 3 big reasons why I love this lens. If you're at all curious about this lens, again, the last couple videos, like I said, I pretty much 100% shot with this lens. And again, that plane flying video with Kevin, I'll link it in the description below, was shot almost 99% on this lens. And I thought it turned out really, really good. I was super pleased with the results that I got from this lens. Very sharp, very good bokeh. Very, very happy to have purchased this lens. All right guys, that is enough of me talking. I think all of my lights are running low on battery because I forgot to charge them. That is all I have for you guys today. I love this lens. Stay tuned in the next week or so. Like I teased a little bit at the beginning, I'm working on some stuff over the next week from this last weekend that I shot that I'm pretty darn excited about. I'm gonna try a couple of new things, try some different stuff, and just kind of see what you guys think. So anyway, Thanksgiving is right around the corner. I'm gonna be hanging out with family. I'm going to be hanging out with friends, Carly's family down in Utah. Hoping to shoot some footage so that we can maybe have a vlog or something kind of fun to play around with. But otherwise, I may be MIA for about a week. So you guys have a good one, and I will see you when I get back. Peace, guys. See ya.